Hi friends, it's Strifor, and in today's video, we are going to tell you a fascinating story of one company. But first, a question. How long ago was the last time you watched a movie from DVD discs? We think it's been a long time because nowadays discs have been replaced by convenient streaming services. They offer instant access to a huge library of movies and TV series, eliminating the need for physical media. However, few people remember that it was with DVD rentals that the Netflix story began. The company didn't just adapt to the digital revolution, it became one of its main drivers, making a timely bet on streaming and taking a leading position in this sphere. In this video, you will learn how a forgotten tape gave the world a media giant, why Netflix could have closed after 3 years and how its competitors saved it, how much the company spends on the recommendation system, and much more. And before you start watching, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss other interesting episodes. One of the founders of Netflix, Reed Hastings, liked to say that the company's story began because of a fine for a tape of the movie Apollo 13, which he rented and forgot to return on time. 6 weeks late cost the businessman $40. That same day, on his way to the gym, Hastings came up with a concept to avoid such problems in the future. However, Netflix's second founder, Mark Randolph, let slip in an interview that Reed simply made up the story for the sake of a beautiful marketing legend. At the time of the company's founding, both creators were already established businessmen. Before Netflix, they had started PureSoftware, a software company, together. It was the money from the sale of a stake in that company that became the startup capital for Netflix. The concept of online sale of DVD discs solved several pains of customers at once. Firstly, visiting video rental took time, especially for those who lived far away or had a busy schedule. In addition, the desired movie might not be available. Online ordering and DVD mail delivery eliminated the need to leave the house. Users could get movies delivered right to their door, and a large catalogue with access to a variety of genres and rare films delighted even the most demanding movie lovers. In addition, the creators introduced a subscription model. At first, Netflix charged $4 for renting a disc, but after a couple of years came to a more user-friendly system. Now, after paying $16 for a subscription, people could take an unlimited number of discs. In addition, the problem that Hastings mentioned in his marketing legend, no late fees for late returns, was solved. It's important to realize that today, the subscription model is commonplace. Users pay monthly for subscriptions to music, movies, books, apps, educational services, and more. But in the late 20th century, it was really a know-how that was a big competitive advantage for Netflix, but not immediately. It is also important to realize that at that time, there were not many internet users, and business was developing quite slowly. Disc delivery by mail was expensive, and the bursting of the dot-com bubble undermined confidence in internet startups and prevented them from going public. The Netflix story might not have happened. In the early noughties, the company's creators were already ready to sell the business to its main competitor, Blockbuster. But they also did not believe that unprofitable Netflix could be put on the rails. At that time, no one knew that this refusal would be a lifesaver. After all, in just 2 years, the share of Americans on the internet has grown almost 4 times. The demand for DVDs has also grown, with players appearing in 1/3 of American homes. In the same 2 years, Netflix doubled the number of subscribers, expanded its movie catalog, and attracted a number of investors. Netflix had a successful IPO and paid off some of its debts. At the time, Hastings said, "For some people, graduation is a major moment in life, and that's sad. It's the same thing with a company going public. Sometimes it's the highlight of their story, which is also sad because all the exciting and promising things start later." And indeed, Netflix had an impressive future ahead of it. The management realized that video delivery by mail is good, but not forever. Besides, after the success of Netflix, similar DVD delivery services appeared in almost all competitors. The next goal was to allow people to access movies directly over the internet, but this was hampered by its slow speed. It could take a person half a day to download their favorite movie. The solution to this problem was inspired by the emergence of YouTube, where you didn't need to download a video to watch it. Netflix launched a streaming service with a limited library of movies, offering it for free to subscribers of the DVD service. Growth required rights to popular movies, which led to major contracts with Sony, Disney, and others, including exclusive rights to major movie releases. This tripled the company's capitalization in 3 years, but also required a reallocation of resources, and streaming became Netflix's priority. However, at that time, the management overestimated the share of online streaming demand relative to DVD. There was a real scandal, which collapsed the stock more than 4 times and hit Netflix's reputation hard. The fact is that the management decided to split the business into 2 separate companies, one for streaming and the other for DVD service, which was planned to be called Quickster. This decision caused a sharp negative reaction from users, as it implied the need for a separate subscription for each direction, which increased costs and complicated the process of use. After realizing the mistake, Netflix management abandoned the idea a few weeks later. Hastings apologized for the decision and still considers it one of the major mistakes in his career. However, the company continued the online vector, and the following year, for the first time, profits from streaming exceeded profits from DVD rentals. Discs remained in demand for several more years. This direction was finally closed just over a year ago. On that date, the last disc was shipped, and Netflix released a touching banner and message saying it would not take money for the last copies. The next puzzle in Netflix's success was the introduction of a ratings and recommendation system. The company's goal was not just to satisfy user requests, but to anticipate them. Over 700 programmers work on the system that tracks user experience, and the company spends about $150 million a year on this technology. According to statistics, 3/4 of Netflix users choose a movie based on these personal recommendations, and the average search time is only 2 minutes. This algorithm didn't just work on existing content when Netflix decided to invest in its own series. While actor Kevin Spacey and director David Fincher decided to make an American version of the British series House of Cards, all the TV companies responded with skepticism, suggesting they shoot a pilot and decide on funding based on its ratings. Netflix was the only company that said to us, "We believe in you. We looked at our statistics and it says that viewers will watch this series," recalled Kevin Spacey. Netflix ordered 2 seasons at once with an investment of over $100 million, which was about twice the production budget of the average American series. As a result, the project was recognized by critics and viewers for its intriguing plot, outstanding acting by Kevin Spacey and Robin Wright, and cinematic production. House of Cards was a watershed moment for Netflix, reaffirming its status not only as a streaming platform, but as a producer of original content. In addition, in this series, Netflix applied another innovation, binge-watching. This format implies the release of all episodes of the season at once, contrary to the traditional system of gradual release of episodes. Following the success of House of Cards, Netflix aggressively expanded the production of original content, making it the core of its strategy. Cult series such as Very Strange Things, Narco, The Crown, 13 Reasons Why, The Witcher, and several others were launched, strengthening the platform's popularity and attracting new subscribers. Netflix has invested in a variety of genres, including dramas, comedies, documentaries, animation, and shows for children. The company has also started releasing films such as Roma and The Irishman, which have been recognized at international film festivals. Netflix is actively creating localized projects such as Paper House in Spain and The Squid Game in South Korea, which is attracting viewers around the world and strengthening its position outside the United States. Write in the comments which Netflix series is your favorite. In December, Netflix stock hit a record high, thanks to its third-quarter earnings report and subscriber growth that beat analysts' forecasts, as well as the outlook for future growth and rumors of a possible stock split, which could make the stock more accessible to retail investors. Netflix's future looks encouraging, as throughout its history, the company has demonstrated an ability to not only adapt to changes in the market, but to actively shape it. With Strifor Broker, you can trade contracts for the difference between Netflix stock and many other of the world's largest companies. And you can find New Year's Eve promotions on trading bonuses and even gadgets from MacBooks to Apple Watch at the link in the video description. Join Strifor and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a like if you liked the video and write in the comments what companies you would like to learn about in the next episodes. See you in the new reviews.